I'll tell you what, this bullshit's gotta stop. We have temporarily limited some of your account's features. What happened? We have determined this account violated Twitter's rules, specifically for violating our rules against hateful conduct. You may not promote violence against, threaten, or harass other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, religious affiliation, age, disability, or some disease, which I absolutely did not do. As a result, we've temporarily limited some of your account's features. While in this state, you can still browse Twitter, but you're limited to only sending direct messages to followers, no tweets, retweets, fleets, follows, or likes. Your account will be restored to full functionality in 12 hours. You can start your countdown to continue to Twitter once you verify your email address and delete the content that violates our rules. If you think we've made a mistake, contact our support team. I already know that's a load of bullshit. If you do that, they come back in 10 seconds and say we uphold the decision. So, apparently you're not allowed to say this to one of these brain dead fucking retards that supports the ass plundering and the dick sucking. And of course, this bitch blocked me on Twitter. I bet she didn't get her account suspended for that. But, you know, I don't really understand the point of people. So she's allowed to go on there, in other words, and spread all this false information about women's sports, go on a rant about women's sports, and talk about how trannies, at the very end of the tweet, are the ones that need to be allowed in women's sports to create women's equality. Women's sports are women's sports because women compete in them, not because of men. The reason so many people don't get into women's sports is because they're trannies, lesbians, and they're like 6'5", 230 pounds. Okay? So I simply said, shut the fuck up, cunt. Now, a cunt is a derogatory term for a woman's genitals. Now, if someone is trans, then they have make-believe women's genitalia. So I don't see how this violates YouTube's terms of service. I mean, letting trannies, men, compete in women's sports, that's a violation of fair play and doesn't give real women the opportunity to compete in real sports. They now have a competitive disadvantage having to compete against men. So in what world is this considered to be hate speech or discrimination? If you're somebody that's transgender, then you need to be competing against other trannies if you're somebody that's that brain dead to fall for the mainstream media programming. Tweets like this is just everything wrong with the world. You know, this is just unnecessary censorship for what's going on. So let's go ahead and delete a tweet that in no way, shape, or form violated any form of hate or discrimination. We've determined that you violated Twitter rules, so that's just so funny. Let's begin the countdown, baby.